So the second half of section 4.6 is on a review of the order of operations. And this is a great review slide here to review everything we've done with our operations on fractions. So to multiply fractions again, you want to simplify first. Simplify any numerator with any denominator, and then you multiply straight across. Multiply your numerators, multiply your denominators to get your answer. When you divide fractions, as a review, remember you flip and multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. Okay, so if we had 9/10 divided by 2/3, you do 9/10 times the reciprocal, 3/2. See if you can simplify anything first, and then multiply straight across. To add or subtract, this is the one where you have to get a common denominator. You need to rewrite each fraction with a common denominator. In this case, it would be 12. And then add the fractions together and make sure you reduce it if possible. Okay, so we're going to have to use those operations as we do the order of operations. And just a review of the order of operations, I wrote it up here also. Remember, first of all, we always do parentheses first, and then we do our exponents. And then we multiply and divide. Remember, you do the one on the left first, left to right. And then we add and subtract, again, left to right. I think you've seen that maybe 3 or 4 times already in this course. Okay, so we're going to need to use those two things as we simplify, as we do these problems. So use the order of operations to simplify. This is letter A on your paper. 1/2 plus 1/6, 6th times 1/3. So we need to figure out, should we add first or should we multiply? Well, we always multiply first. So first we would multiply. Remember, to multiply, you multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 6 times 3 is 18. So we get 1/2 plus 1/18. Then to add fractions, remember, we have to have a common denominator when we add or subtract. That common denominator would be 18. So we need to multiply the first fraction by 9 to get 18. So that would give us 9/18 plus 1/18, which is 10/18. Make sure that's simplified. I believe 2 goes into both of those. So you get 5/9. Okay, let's look at letter B. Simplify 2/3 cubed minus 2. Well, should we do exponents first or subtract? Well, you always do your exponents first. Remember, 2/3 squared or cubed means 2/3 times 2/3 times 2/3. Or you can just do 2 to the third. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And 3 to the third, 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Now we need to subtract 2. Remember, that's 2/1. So get your common denominator. The common denominator between 1 and 27 is 27. So multiply the numerator and the denominator by 27. So 8/27 minus 54/27 leaves us with negative 46/27. Remember, the negative sign can go in the front, on the top, or on the bottom. If there's one negative, the fraction is negative. Alright, let's do one more here together, and I'll let you try one. Negative 1/2 plus 1/5 in parentheses times the quantity 7/8 plus 1/8 in parentheses. First, we need to do our parentheses. Okay, to do the first set of parentheses, we'll need to get a common denominator because it's addition. The common denominator between 2 and 5 would be 10. So to get 10 on the first fraction, you'd multiply by 5, the numerator and the denominator. And the second one, you'd multiply by 2. So that would give us negative 5/10 plus 2/10. The second set already has a common denominator. So negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3/10. Remember, the negative goes to the 5. If you put the negative to the 10, then they won't have a common denominator. Okay, and 8/8, which is just 1. So negative 3/10 times 1 is negative 3/10. Alright, why don't you try to do letter D on your paper, which says 1/4 plus 2/3 times 11/12 minus 1/4. So why don't you pause the video and try letter D now. And then finally, number 3, evaluate 2x squared plus 3y, for x is 1/3 and y is negative 4/5. So again, plug those in. When you plug those in, it would look like this. Remember, when you plug them in, put them in parentheses. So 2 times 1/3 squared plus 3 times negative 4/5. What should we do first? Should we multiply, exponents, add, or multiply? Well, remember, you always do your exponents first. So 1/3 squared means 1 squared, which is 1, and 3 squared, which is 9. So it'll be 1 over 9. Remember, this is 2 over 1. Okay, it looks like at the same time they multiplied. I would have waited till the next step to do that, but you can do that. 3 times 4 is negative 12 over 5. 2 over 1 times 1 over 9 is 2/9 plus negative 12/5. So basically we did our multiplication step for both of these. Now we have to add. Remember, to add you have to get a common denominator. Looks like that common denominator would be 45 as the smallest number they both go into. So the first one we have to multiply by 5 over 5, which would give us 10 over 45. The second one we need to multiply by 9 to get 45, which would give us negative 108 over 45. Now we can add them together. 10 plus negative 108 is negative 98 over 45. Okay, so that's the last part of section 4.6 on how to do order of operations, and it's a great review on how to multiply, divide, add, and subtract fractions. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions when you come to class on that section. Thank you.